I kind of want to get the lights in here because it kind of looks cool. Oops. That's the wrong way. Hi, everybody. Oh, isn't that nice? So cute. They all still work even after the hurricane. Isn't that crazy? Oh, we're having fun tonight. I should have brought out another light. Well, George is going to get here. Maybe I'll ask him to bring out a light. We'll see. Okay, I got my laptop in front of me so I can look at the stream. I had so much fun doing that stream the other day, guys, when the storm was blowing in. That I was like, we got to make this a regular thing. Smoking some stogies, having some drinks, talking some shit. Clearwater George is on his way over, gonna join us. Gonna have some fun. He's more of a red wine kind of guy. Luckily, we got plenty of red wine in the house. And tonight, guys, it's all about the Yingling Lager. It's all about the Yingling. Let's see, is it Pottsville or Pottstown? I always forget. Is it Pottsville or Pottsville? Pottsville, PA it is. This cigar was a gift from one of the lovely ladies that went on the SP cruise. I've never had this before. Vega Real. Let's give it a shot, see what's going on. Let me see, there's a little too much space above my head if you ask me. Uh-oh, that's even more. What are we doing here? How's that? Yeah, that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad. You know, it's funny, on my phone, it's very narrow, and then when I look on the computer, you can see much more. That's weird. All right. Forgive me while I take a moment to get set up here. Clearwater George was over here earlier helping me chainsaw up some of the debris, the tree limbs that had fallen. Unfortunately, a giant tree limb took out one of my neighbor's fences. Not awesome, but you know, it happens. I've got a ton of smokes here tonight. I don't know how long we're going to be live. My phone is fully charged, so that's good. I got a couple normal sized cigars, and then I got a couple of these, a whole ton of these short ones that are fun. I like to take the thing off. There it is. Come on now. There you go. Yeah. So Clearwater George was over here helping me earlier. Jeez Louise. It's because I double cut it. And then Farrell Cheryl and her roommate came over and we hung out for a while. It's been a hell of a chore getting the pool cleaned up, getting the tree out of there. It looked like mud. It looked like mud. I think that's because the water level rose above the level of the pool, and just all the sand and the dirt and everything merged with the pool water. But it's surprising how fast that was able to clean up with, I don't know, 6 gallons of chlorine. Let's see. Oh, Artology is in the chat. Artology, the cigar that you got me is right here. Okay, depending on how long we're live. This is the next one I'm going to light up. This is a very special one. I've never had this one before either. La Oria. I got it here. I got it. I did not forget. I've not smoked it yet. Going to save it for a live stream. Maybe tonight. 2 cigars in a night is a lot. You can, you know, it's funny when people ask me about cigars. I go, look, there's 2 types of cigars. Ones that taste like shit and ones that don't. I knew I should have refilled this lighter. Damn, this is good. Okay, give me a sec, guys. I got to refill my lighter. Got the lighter fluid inside. Sorry to ditch you. Give me just a second. Kai was going to come down and do this with me again, but I don't think he can get away. But I told him. I was like, get an Uber, dude. Okay, we got to wait for the lighter fluid to cool down there. And I got a whole chest of cold Yingling over here. Okay. Chat saying, I get nauseated if I smoke a cigar. Yeah, I'll tell you. I've actually never smoked a cigarette. I've never smoked a cigarette. I've only smoked cigars. And a lot of people don't know. You don't actually inhale cigar smoke. You do not inhale it. That being said, you do kind of absorb the nicotine just through the skin in your mouth and your tongue. And smoking too much cigar can absolutely make you feel nauseous. One of my buddies who does a lot of coding, he said that he was chewing nicotine as just sort of the nicotine gum, Nicorette, just as sort of a stimulant to, I don't know, keep him going at work. And so I tried it just to see, maybe like as an alternative to coffee or something. And it made me really nauseous. And I asked him about it. I'm like, is this normal? He's like, oh yeah. If you're not used to that stuff, you gotta like split it in half or, quarter it or something like that. All right, let's see. All right, what are we talking about tonight? Are we talking shit or not, though? Says Marissa. I wish I could bring up the comments. Unless I'm doing this through live stream, through StreamYard, I can't bring the comments up on screen. So apologies tonight, guys. If I do see, I just can't bring things up on screen. So just please forgive me for that. I don't know. Let's say hi to some people. DS Kitty Diane, hello. Anna from Canada, good to see you. Samantha Clark, 2317, looks like you just got gifted a membership. Welcome. And Jill Davidson, thank you for gifting a channel membership. Super kind for it. Super kind of you. Marissa, good to see you. Superstorm Day. Nikki Lynn, Jill Davidson. Yeah, you guys know I've never I either have never or it's been a very long time since I've ever done a members only live stream. And I would like to think that instead of doing members only live streams, we can do things like this, but I'll make it a point to call out and interact with the channel members as much as possible, because it'd be nice if you got something for being a channel member. You know what I'm saying? Jill Davidson, good to see you. Kelly Williams, Eileen Bradley, Karen McCord, MC1R Freckles, Old Frizz, always good to see you, Old Frizz. Ren listens. There's Marilyn, Coffee Cults and Crafts, good to see you, Marilyn. Dawn Gloves, Dawn's one of the lovely members of the SPTV community I got to meet in Miami. Deanna, Constance, Karen, Vanessa, Old Frizz again, Lori in Georgia. There are fans out here. I could turn them on. Should I? I don't really want to get up again. I'll tell you what, if I have to get up, I'll turn the fans on. Tell you what, guys, if there's plenty of stuff that I already have to talk about. But if you guys do have questions in the chat, please put it in there. This is one of these live streams. I got nowhere to be. I'm in no rush. I got nothing to do. I had 2 or 3 other videos I was considering doing today. Got so wrapped up in yard work. Oh, plus me and George busted those 3 Sea Org members outside my house today. That was amazing. I was on cloud 9 for several hours after that. There's a really awesome video about the lawsuit Jane Doe versus Gavin Potter, David Miscavige, Church of Scientology, Bridge Publications that I want to do. I've got it all queued up and ready to do, and it just the day got away from me, yeah, so that'll be tomorrow, and also me and Reese have a lot of stuff we're going to be doing together. Really funny stuff, you guys. John Shamwowski, good to see you. John, every time someone comes over to the house for the first time, like Cheryl's roommate today, I show them the suitcase I have of all of the things that you've sent me. And I make sure that they know it's from you. Karen McCourt says, Kai was so much fun. Well, I'm telling you, Kai would love to be here tonight. And yeah, I said, hey, Kai, George is coming over. Come on over. We'll figure out how to squeeze the 3 of us into a vertical live stream. Galen says, did your pool furniture survive? Yes, that's actually one of the things I did this afternoon that caused the day to get away from me. I got into the pool. And I was able to by myself. I didn't make my girls come over and help me because I said, girls, that water's going to be cold. It's weird that a storm system can suck all this really warm water out of the Gulf of Mexico and then deposit it on us, and it's like ice cold water. Now, maybe that's because it takes that water and it goes up thousands and thousands of feet into the sky. That must be how the water gets cool, because otherwise, I don't know. You know, the water started out warm. But yeah, the pool's pretty cold right now. So I got in there by myself, and I got every single piece of furniture out of the pool. I couldn't bring myself to get in there until the water was clear enough. I dumped enough chlorine into the pool that it was finally clear enough today for me to get in there without feeling gross. I see a question from Scott P. What is Scientology's position on drinking? You know, the only position they have on drinking is technically you're just not supposed to drink to excess, according to the Way to Happiness book. Although all Sea Org members, or most Sea Org members, get absolutely blasted drunk on Sea Org Day every year, which is August 12th. And let's see, there's another thing. Oh, you're not allowed to have a Scientology auditing session within 24 hours of having any alcohol. And so you're also not allowed to go on course, I think, within 24 hours of having alcohol. Which is why Sea Org members don't drink. Because technically, as a Sea Org member, you're supposed to go on course every day for a study period, which is about 2.5 hours. And now, most Sea Org members don't actually go on study every day, but you're supposed to. So if you were to have a beer, and it was discovered that the reason you couldn't go on study is because you had a beer, you'd be in a lot of trouble, or a little bit of trouble. And when Scientologists get to the level of OT7, on that level, you're supposed to audit yourself. That's one of the levels where you're telepathically communicating with spirits that are stuck to your body to basically exorcise them from your body and wake them up, and they go and pick up their own body. You're supposed to audit yourself 6 times a day, every single day, for like 5 to 10 years. And it's considered to be like one of the most important things you can do for for all humankind. And so people who are on OT7 tend to like just literally go years without alcohol. But the truth is, Scientologists drink just as much as anybody else. That is the actual truth. Your average Scientologist drinks just as much as anyone else in the world. Flex and Bust Gaming says, I would accidentally inhale because I'm a pothead. It's honestly hard to accidentally inhale. I mean, I think if you did it once, you'd learn your lesson and you would not accidentally do it again. Because I'm not like a smoker, I'm not super accustomed to breathing in hot gas or smoke into my lungs. And so if I hit like a THC vape or even a joint or whatever, like it absolutely destroys me. Which is why I stick with edibles. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't got time to be coughing up a lung. Oh, I'm way behind the chat. I'm way behind the chat. Okay, Donna Hannah, AKA Ramones Girl 1. Donna, I do get all your emails, by the way. I know I don't respond to all of them, but I do read them. I'm a little bit sad that you're not going to do too many member things anymore. I enjoy those. Well, Donna, you got to jog my memory. Did I ever do a members only live chat? Did I do it once? I did it once. I got to tell you, I loved it too. I loved it too. I got a little bit of a, I remember being a little shell-shocked from, so what I think, if I recall correctly, Donna, and remind me if I'm getting this wrong, I think I did a members only live chat. And then afterwards, I made it public. So like, you know, for all non-members and even, you know, so like just anyone on YouTube could watch it. And there was so much, negativity in the comments about the fact that it was a members only stream, and I couldn't actually understand it because I was responding to the people in the comments. I'm being like, are you a member? No, you're not. And you're seeing the live stream, right? So you realize that you're complaining that this is members only, but you're watching it. So it's obviously not members only. It was only members only when I did it, but now you're watching it. But anyway, like, I don't want to tell people that their feelings about it aren't valid, you know? I don't know. It's hard when it's hard as a creator when you do something on your channel and you think it's great and you think it's awesome and you see a bunch of negativity. And it does, you know, speaking for myself, it does make me go, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't do that again. But then you go, I don't know, who are the people complaining? Are they the people you should be worrying about keeping happy? You know, you got to take all this into consideration. But honestly, speaking honestly, that is the only reason I didn't do it again. Because when I made it public, I got so much shit for it that I was like, Jesus, I don't like that. But maybe I shouldn't worry about that. Matt B. Matt B says, how much does your hazard and flood insurance cost? Are you worried about it going up or getting canceled? I got to tell you, I think it's a little weird to talk numbers on this, but I think my homeowner's insurance is about $5,000 a year, which is a lot. And my taxes on this property is about $8,000 a year, which is insane. And that's because I don't have this property homesteaded. We've got the other property homesteaded. And because my divorce is not finalized, you can only homestead one property at a time. Now, when you homestead a property, that means this is the property where I live, this is my home. And then you get a tax assessment reduction on that. And then you get what's called in Florida a Save Our Homes. It's like a save where your taxes cannot go up something like more than 1% per year. But because as of right now, the state of Florida considers this property to basically be like an investment or a rental property, my taxes on this are just through the roof. Now the problem is that my taxes are going to stay there even when I homestead this thing. Like they only give you like a $50,000 reduction on the tax assessed value of a home when you homestead the property. So I'm basically stuck with sky high taxes. Now I've owned this house for like 6, 7, 8 years now. I lose track. I bought this house for my mom to live in. but my mom moved to Arkansas. So now this is my house now, the house I live in. And if I had homesteaded, you know, if Heather and I had gotten divorced earlier and if I had homesteaded this property, I'd be sitting pretty, y'all. I'd be sitting pretty. I'd probably be paying $3,000 tax a year on this place. But that's not what happened. That's and I'm basically just screwed. But, you know, there's worse things in life. And honestly, yeah. I feel like I could probably get cheaper insurance if I shopped around for it. But I didn't really shop around for it. I just, you know. Thank you for the question, Matt, asking the tough questions. This smoke is too much for me. This is insane. If Georgia gets here, I'm gonna ask him to flip on the fans. All right, let's see. What do we got? Someone says, wait, you're divorced? No, actually, I'm not divorced. That's what I'm saying. Heather and I have actually been separated since 2019. Separated but living together since 2019. And then about a year ago, I did a video, more, at least from my perspective, sort of forced to do a video. Telling the world about that. And yeah. So, yeah, the house I live in is about precisely 1/4 mile away from the house where Heather and the girls live. And even though this house is bigger in terms of square footage, and it's got a pool, and the other house doesn't, the other house actually has more bedrooms. And so there actually aren't enough bedrooms in this house for the girls to each have their own room. So they keep their rooms over there, and they use this as sort of a playhouse, hangout house. They come over here all the time and bake and cook and play the video games and swim in the pool, and they love bringing their friends over here and all that stuff. So it's really a great situation. It really couldn't be more perfect, to be honest. Allison Metcalf Palumbo. My husband smokes cigars. I do not unless I'm drunk. And then I will smoke a cigar like I've been doing it my whole life. You know, it's funny. I would be lying to you if I said the taste of a cigar is actually, like, enjoyable. You know what's enjoyable? Chocolate. Key lime pie. Pumpkin pie. That's enjoyable. For me, a cigar is something, I never smoke cigars alone at home. Except now I did it on a live stream the other day, and I'm like, this is a lot of fun. Let's do more of this. I only smoke cigars in social settings. And I guess I kind of do it probably for the same reason that some people smoke cigarettes. It's something to do. But it's not like, never in my entire life. I guess I started smoking cigars in 2009. And that's because I was working for a guy who was smoking cigars. And so I just sort of picked it up. Never in my life have I been like, you know what I could really use right now? I could really go for a cigar. I just don't really get addicted to things. Like I cannot get addicted to nicotine. I cannot get addicted to caffeine. Like I've never in my life said, I could really use a coffee. I drink coffee every morning, just out of habit. But if I don't have a coffee, I don't care, you know. I cannot get addicted to alcohol. Like alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, it's like social settings, yes, otherwise no. Georgie sure is taking a long time to get here. Oh, you know what? I've got everything on Do Not Disturb. He might be texting me. Let me just text him. You still coming? Hit that like button if you don't mind, guys. All right. One of my biggest pet peeves, warm beer. I can't drink warm beer. It's actually the only reason I tend to drink beers quickly. I try to drink them before they go warm. if I had like a nice little ice cooler here that I could just set my beer in, I would just so slowly sip it, but I can't stand warm beer. We got Kai in the chat. I don't know how far behind the chat I am. Kai says, good evening. Y'all wanted to barge in on the Aaron compound this evening, but I got to postpone it till tomorrow. But fear not, the SPTV boys and their lovely ladies will be together soon. That's right. Kai's lovely wife Stephanie had a birthday recently, and Jenna's going to be flying into town tomorrow. So don't be surprised if we have a little SPTV live stream going on here at the compound. Of course, there's a lot of questions about division in the ex-Scientology community and the SPTV community. You know, it's interesting. What's amazing is that things lasted as long as they did and went as well as they did. Not last as long as they did. Nothing's going away. It is amazing that things were as calm and smooth as they were for as long as they were before we hit any bumps in the road. Because the truth is, any communities tend to be an absolute nightmare. That's just a fact, you guys. Former cult communities, I think we can say statistically, would be a little more nightmarish, possibly, than your average former cult communities. And I guess, truth be told, I can only speak for the former Scientology community, but it's kind of always been a nightmare, if we're being perfectly honest. Other than the fact that I'm a part of the community and I've had my own experience and I've sort of other than my own lived experience, other than the fact that I have my own lived experience and anyone can speak about their own lived experience, the fact is your own lived experience is, in the grand scheme of things, merely anecdotal. So I'd like to say that the former Scientology community isn't really messier than any other community, or how would I know? This is the only one that I've been a part of. But I can tell you, the former Scientology community has been a goddamn shit show since long before YouTube was a thing. That is an absolute fact. And I guess I'll comment on a couple things. One particularly unhinged lunatic today. That's how all good stories start. One unhinged lunatic. Okay, let's get a cold one going. What I got to tell you, what I love from a comedic perspective is some former Scientologists. And let's be honest, guys, when I say some former Scientologists, I mean one former Scientologist, maybe two, who get onto YouTube and they go, we're so terrified of Aaron. We're terrified of him. We're terrified. He's going to speak out against us. We're going to lose all of our subscribers. Jill Davidson, I see your super chat. Thank you. Kay Thompset. So relieved to see you talking, smiling, and enjoying a beer and a cigar. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Artology says, I've been told I'm in the cult of Aaron so many times. I have finally accepted it now, and I run with it. One or two people I can think of who use their platforms that I've used my platform to heavily promote their platforms, because I think that's the right thing to do to your friends in the former Scientology community. The moment I saw success on YouTube, the first thing I did was reach out to my closest friends and say, guys, you got to get in on this party. This is a party and you're all invited. Because honestly, that's what makes me happy. I like doing things that I like with people that I like. Now, back then, at that time, that was Mike and Mark and Claire. And then when those relationships took a bit of a turn for the worse, it was a lot of other people as well. I mean, the truth is, it was a lot of other people even before those things took a turn for the worse. But when I see, you made it! George is here. When I see people jumping onto YouTube and they go, we're so scared of him. We're so scared. He's so mean to us. My response is, you don't seem so scared. What do you got there? Are you drinking beer or are you drinking wine tonight?
I didn't bring me beer. I mean wine.
Okay, well, I have a ton of wine. Well, I'm live right now. So, but real quick, we got tons of cold beer.
Cool.
But if you want wine, just pop open a bottle.
Okay.
Whatever you prefer.
Thank you.
Whatever you prefer.
I just came from Volunteer Ministries.
Okay.
Got some great footage.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
They haven't agreed to help us yet, but I did get a couple of them on camera.
Where did you catch them?
Coming in and out.
By the way, I got an extra mic for you when you want to be mic'd up.
Excellent.
Let me know.
Yeah. So let me get a glass of wine and I'll be right back.
You prefer wine to beer?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm not trying to force you.
No.
Okay, good.
Love it right
Okay. I'm seeing some really funny comments, you guys. I go, wait a second. So your narrative is, we're so scared of him. And we're so scared that what we do is we come onto YouTube and we do 3-hour live streams insulting him and everyone in his life. But we're terrified. Believe us, we're terrified. It's so silly, guys. Honestly, these are the same people who tell me in their live streams that I need therapy. Guys, maybe I do need therapy. Maybe everyone needs therapy. Who cares? If these people are examples of what therapy and Jamie Mustard's SGB shots can do for you, no thank you, I'm not interested. Some of these people seem to have gotten worse. I mean, if this is what therapy does for these people, leave me out of it, I'm not interested. This is too much smoke even for me, you guys. And this is, I mean, I'm being a little funny right now, I'm not. I don't blame therapy for these people's behavior, but honestly, some of the unhinged, just the absolute unhinged criticism that I've seen lately. And, you know, and that's why, guys, you're never going to see me do like a dedicated video responding to someone, because I have long since learned my audience doesn't give a shit about any of that stuff. You know, in the past, when I've done videos responding to certain people and certain things and certain issues, those videos take an emotional toll. Like, you know, I know that, you know, when you get on YouTube and you give, you know, I say you, but I'm speaking for me, obviously. Give a very righteous reply to something you think is very important and very warranted. You know, it feels good that you did it, but, you know, it's exhausting. It takes a toll. It's not fun. It's not fun. It doesn't feel good. It's not healing, you know. For me, speaking just for myself, I've done those kinds of videos when I felt like I had to correct myself or to defend the record. And again, if people want to, you know, if people think I'm full of shit and you want to call me out, you know, please do. Like if you think I'm, you know, exercising my selective memory skills here. For me, it's like, I've never just proactively done a video just going after somebody. Because that's not what I'm on YouTube for. It's not what I'm here for. It's not what I'm here for. I also don't pretend that I'm here on YouTube as some sort of like fucking service to humanity. Like I'm very realistic about what I'm here for. I'm here doing videos that I personally enjoy doing. I like doing videos explaining parts about Scientology to people who just have never heard these explanations before. I guess I happen to be kind of good at it. I try to be funny. I guess I like to think that I know how to tell a story in a way that can hold someone's attention, doesn't go on too long, doesn't get off into tangents. You know, it takes a difficult subject, you know, like Scientology. Scientology is a family-destroying human trafficking cult. How do you talk about Scientology to people in a way that is interesting, holds their attention, attracts attention, holds attention, and causes someone to go, I've never had anything to do with Scientology, but I think I might be interested in hearing more about this, though. This is interesting. I guess I'd like to think I'm kind of good at that. And I guess it's fun to do things that you feel you're good at. I'm not good at ice skating. I suck at ice skating. There's not one part of me that's like, hey, let's go to the mall and ice skate. It is not fun to do things you know you're not good at. I feel like talking about this stuff is something I'm good at, and I personally enjoy it. If I can help people get out of Scientology, that's a cherry on top, but it's not what gets me out of bed every morning. If I can keep people from getting into Scientology, that's great. I love hearing those stories. It's not what gets me to turn on the camera every time I go live. I do this because I love it. That's it. That's it. So when certain unhinged lunatics go on multi-hour rants talking about how Aaron isn't being a good leader, it's like, I'm nobody's leader. Shut the fuck up already. Shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, and shut the fuck up. I'm not your leader. I don't care if you want me to be your leader. And how about this? How about this? Here's my official statement. I resign as the de facto leader of SPTV. Zero Dark Nora, I anoint you the new leader. Go do whatever the fuck you want to do with your leadership role, because you've got leadership qualities, let me tell you. You are a leader if I've ever seen one. Absolute unhinged lunacy. And I got to tell you, there's a reason why this platform continues to grow and attract new viewers and attract new subscribers. It's not because I talk about Tom Cruise all the time. It's because I put out content about Scientology in a way that when people watch it for the first time, a certain percentage of them go, I think I'd like to see more of this. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. If you have your own channel and your desire is for that channel to grow and it's not growing, it's because of your content. It's not because someone else isn't collaborating with you or isn't promoting you or, thinks certain things about you. It's like, it's not my fault if other people's channels aren't growing. So when people go, oh my God, we're so afraid of speaking out against Aaron. Speak out all you want. Speak out all you want. Aaron yelled at me on the phone. Okay. Well, if you're my friend and I've got a problem with you, I'm going to call you. I'm going to fucking tell you about it. Anyway, I don't want to get off too much of a rant. Oh, I've missed a bunch here. Lena on Me says, hey, Aaron, I'm sorry. I follow a lot of podcasts with people that have left cults. Ex-Scientologists tend to be very bossy and tell people how they're supposed to act. Very controlling. Ooh, I'm glad you mentioned that because you just jogged my memory of something I wanted to talk about. Unless I am just exercising my selective memory skills here, I feel that anytime I've ever said anything on my channel about, let me state it in the negative. I don't feel like I've ever used my channel to try to tell other people what they should do. I do feel like I've used my channel to say what I'm willing to platform and support. If I say that I really wish more former Scientology channels would focus a little more on Scientology and a little less on tearing down other former Scientologists, I'm really just saying what I, as a person, as a content creator, am willing to support. It's not actually me telling anyone what they should do. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just because I say I don't want to use my channel to support something doesn't mean I'm telling you what you should do. You're perfectly free to do 100 videos a day about stuff that I'm not willing to support on my channel. I'm even willing to still be your friend. So at the risk of sounding a little, not wanting to sound too defensive, I feel like I've used my channel pretty responsibly to say what I'm willing to support and platform. And sometimes I will do content suggesting what people might want to do if they want their channels to grow. But I don't give a fuck if you take my advice or not. Do whatever you want. Do you see what I mean? Georgia, can I ask you for a big favor?
Sure.
On the inside of this door
Yep.
are 3 light switches. Theoretically, they go to these fans.
Okay. I'll try all 3 of them.
Okay.
Because we're not sure what the power situation is here.
And what's amazing to me is, and since this is, we're hanging out and we're talking smack, one of the things that I've noticed is that Zero Dark Nora, while complaining about how she's been silenced and narcissistically abused and all of this shit, is actually one of the only people out there who regularly says what everyone should be doing. It's insane. Well, Nora, you are the new leader. I hereby appoint, as the de facto leader of SPTV, I hereby anoint Oh No Nora, Zero Dark Nora, as the new leader. Do your worst. I don't fucking care. Do whatever you want to do on your channel. Stop bitching about other former Scientologists all the time. First it was Mike fucking Rinder. Then it was Mitch Brisker. Now Chris Shelton. Now it's me. Can you ever do a video like about Scientology, or are you just addicted to the fact that your drama videos is the only thing anyone watches on your fucking channel? Like, is that why you do it? Like, it's fucking sad, I made a concerted effort to stop doing videos calling people out. Okay. Because they honestly don't even do well on my channel. And like I said before, when I do them, I always have sort of a bit of a PTSD effect afterwards. So it's not like they're good for me either. So if it's not good for me and it's not good for my channel, there's no reason to do them. For some reason, Zero Dark Nora's channel only gets views on the videos where she's shitting on former Scientologists. So if that's her jam, that's her jam. But, she will succeed or fail on the basis of her own content, not on the basis of, no one needs permission on YouTube to succeed. Do your own videos, do your own thing, create your own space, create your own brand. My brand is Scientology. Everyone knows that I haven't done it in a long time. But everyone knows I like to take shots at Chris Shelton. That's because I really don't like Chris Shelton. He's a real horrible person behind the scenes. But I don't do video after video after video about it, because I just have fun taking shots at him every now and then. But I've even stopped doing that because I've recognized it's not productive. It just makes Chris want to take shots at me. And it's like, who's it helping? It's not helping anybody. And I did reflect on it a little bit ago. And I go, does it make me feel good to shit on someone who I know is shitting on me elsewhere? Yeah, it makes me feel good. But I did reflect on it, a couple months ago actually. And I was like, just because it makes you feel good, is that really a good enough reason to do it? And I was like, I just don't know that it is. I just don't know that it is. And you might go, well, Aaron, you just did it. Yeah, I know, fine. But it's like, I'm not going to do it over and over and over again. I mean, I don't mean, and I hope I'm not sounding like I'm just always making exceptions and excuses, for myself. And, I'm just trying to tell you what I've been thinking about lately. George, that's okay if it's not working.
We got one.
We got one. One's good enough. What do we got? About 1,300 people watching right now. Do me a favor, guys. We got about 470 likes right now. If you're watching right now, take 5 seconds. Do me a little favor. Hit that like button if you don't mind. I would appreciate it. Um, uh, 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 Let me see. I do feel like there's more than I want to say about this. Because the truth is, one of the beautiful things about YouTube is just being able to sit down and do your own stuff without permission. No one can gatekeep. You got no editors, you got no producers, you got no exec producers, you got no lawyers. You can say whatever the hell you want. And so I just want to make sure that's the beautiful thing about YouTube. And if Zero Dark Nora wants to jump onto YouTube and use her platform to do multi-hour live streams with her kids in the car about what a terrible, horrible, abusive, narcissistic sociopath I am, who am I to tell her otherwise? But for her to put on this act that, and you notice she always pretends to speak for like a whole group of people. She's never just speaking for herself. Have you guys ever noticed that I never claim to speak for anybody but myself? I think it's one of the things I'm pretty good at doing. If she wants to do multi-hour content, whether it's about me or Mike or Mitch or anyone else, who am I to tell her otherwise? But stop pretending like you're just some scared, cowed little girl who's being abused and manipulated. And, you know, this is just just drop the act. Drop the act. No one's buying it. Oh, one last thing I'll say about this. Georgie, in a moment, just saddle up here and we'll take questions together. Is, shit, I just lost my train of thought.
Somebody feeling sorry for themselves, a young little girl.
Hold on. It was, in one of Zero Dark Nora's streams, someone asked her, how come Aaron didn't ask you to be on the board of the SPTV Foundation? And she's like, yeah, how could someone who's been a friend of mine for 30 years not ask me to be on the foundation? Nora, your current behavior is, without any reservation, the reason you were never asked to be on the board. What you see Nora doing right now, she's done like 3 or 4 times over the last 5 or 6 years. Nora, every now and then, just launches multi-week, multi-month public tirades and attacks against someone that she has nominated to be Satan. And on a few occasions over the last 5 or 6 years, that person has been me. This is not the first time that Nora has engaged in a prolonged public dragging and attack of me. And the fact is, a few months before I created the SPTV Foundation, Nora had just publicly resigned from YouTube and said it was because of how mean I was to her. So the last thing I was going to do was ask Nora to join the board. Now, I did also explain to Nora that Nora, the people that I asked to be on the board are people who have a near 0% chance of needing financial assistance from the foundation. I said, Nora, if you were on the board and you needed financial assistance, we would not be able to give it to you. And I wouldn't want you to have to resign from the board just to get money from the foundation. Lo and behold, Nora asked for thousands of dollars from the foundation, and she was given it gladly. So since Nora already had it explained to her almost a year ago that the reason she wasn't being invited onto the board is so that the foundation would actually be able to help her financially. And because she has received that help, it is totally dishonest of her to right now, today, sit down in front of the camera and act like it is some sort of personal betrayal that she was not asked to be a board member. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. This is what I'm talking about. So, Nora can say whatever the hell she wants to say. Most of it's fucking bullshit. And I'll never do a dedicated video just designed to go after Nora like she does after me. But, you know, when it comes to correcting the record, I will use my platform to correct the record. I think I have that right, you know. Okay, that's probably all I want to say on that for right now. And I got my buddy George here patiently waiting by to join me. I'm going to try not to blow smoke in your face for the rest of the night.
Well, I might have to get a cigar and blow smoke in your face.
Now, you're not a big cigar smoker, are you sure?
Sure.
Okay, I got a little one for you here.
Right. I want a stubby.
All right, let's see. I don't think everyone needs to see my shorts, so let's open. Okay.
Too busy. I don't have any pants on. But
Okay, let me cut this for you.
yeah.
You know what to do, right?
I do.
Okay.
All right. Just not sure which button. There it is.
It's going to bring up some other comments here. Okay, Just Genuine Ginny Stout says, hey, A. Curious, how do Jenna and the girls get along? Peace. Jenna and the girls, I think my girls like Jenna possibly more than they like me. Okay, so, all right, scoot in as close as possible.
I'm coming in.
No, like we actually have to get even closer than you
Okay.
think we have to get.
Okay. Don't forget I was in TV news. Okay, we'll get this, right? Hey.
Okay, hold on. No, you got to sit straight up. Hold on.
I am sitting straight up.
Here, let's get our chairs as close as humanly possible.
All right.
Like Tom Cruise and David Miscavige close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Okay. We're almost there.
As long as we can see each
Speaking
other.
of Tom Cruise, I wore my Top Gun shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that.
No, you
I
didn't.
did. I wore my Top Gun triathlon shirt. Yes. And I went by and checked on Tom's condo, just so we can let everybody know. I went to downtown Clearwater just now.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Got some great footage from the volunteer ministries.
Volunteer ministers.
Yeah, them. Those
Yeah.
guys. Yep. They shut the blinds down and shut it down before they didn't want to talk to me. But I caught a couple of them coming in. So
Do you see how the picture on the computer is wider than the picture on the phone?
I do.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, there's my.
So
Top
you're
Gun.
perfect. You're perfectly situated right now.
Okay, so
All
that's
right.
what we're seeing, right?
That is what everyone is seeing.
Okay. Cheers, y'all. We've been working hard.
Here we go. Let me get a
Right.
beer. Cheers. Okay, so what was Heather the other week was having just some get together for no particular reason with the girls, a whole bunch of the girls' friends, and all of the girls' friends' parents. Now, I guess I used to like social situations like that, but for some reason, like I shy away from them these days. But Jenna was in town, and so we went over. We went over to the house, and it was so funny. Before one of the reasons we went over is because the girls texted me because I didn't want to make it awkward. I was like, it wouldn't be awkward if Heather was there, but it's like all of Heather's friends are there, and I'm like, it feels awkward. You know, I don't know what they know. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so my girls texted me and was like, "Are you bringing Jenna over? We've told all of our friends about Jenna." Oh, I didn't mic you up. I didn't mic you up. Let's mic you up.
Mic me. Put it by my Tom Cruise Top Gun shirt.
All right.
It's very strong, you know. It's Top Gun.
I think Jenna might be in the chat. I think I saw something.
She was with Winnie earlier. You know how she's such a great mom.
There we go.
And if I can answer that comment, how does Jenna get along with the girls? I've been with them all, and it's awesome.
Yeah. And Jenna and Heather get along great. I mean, Jenna and Heather have, I was going to say, known each other longer than me and Jenna, but that might not be true. But Jenna's ex-husband, Dallas, Dallas's brother, Barney, actually walked Heather down the aisle at our wedding.
Wow.
Barney, and I wish I could remember the history on this, Dallas's brother Barney was actually one of Heather's just best friends. So like Heather knows Dallas's family, and actually, yeah, we even got Heather's wedding ring from Barney's. Barney had a business partner in a jewelry business. So like the relationships have been long-standing. And me and Jenna have joked about setting up Dallas and Heather, but
You know, and it's so funny because I have been with all of you together,
yeah,
and it is such a fantastic, healthy relationship.
yeah.
For everybody and the girls, and it's for people to say anything other because they don't know, just because they don't know.
Yeah. And you're being very generous when you say it's just because they don't know. Because normal people who don't know wouldn't say a fucking thing.
That's right.
It's people who don't care that they don't know, and all they do is hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haters gonna hate.
Thank you for the question, Gist. I appreciate it. Does it matter to you? Not to me. Always good to see you. Always good to see you in the chat. Ex-Scientologists are lacking a lot of the social cues and life experiences that a person with a normal upbringing have. I've learned that over time, and I try to better myself since I noticed it. Okay, I think does it matter to you, not to me, is someone who I always forget is actually a former Scientologist. All right, one of these days you and I have to actually talk on the phone so I can connect the screen name with the voice with, and I honestly can't remember if we've met face to face when I was in LA. But yeah. So let's look at this again. Ex-Scientologists are lacking a lot of the social cues and life experiences that a person with a normal upbringing have. So I gotta be honest, let's talk about this. I don't know that I totally agree with that statement, but what's your observation?
Well, my observation is definitely that you born-ins, have experienced life totally different than we have. I was here in Clearwater. That's where Surrounded by Scientology comes. And I always wondered what your life was like. And the more that I got to meet the second gens, I realized that you guys were in a bubble that is incredibly negative and bad. And so no, you experienced your life the way it was, but you didn't experience a life the way the rest of us have. Now we're getting to compare notes. We're starting to talk about some of those differences. I want to drive through downtown Clearwater tonight. It's a Friday night. We're post 2 hurricanes. And I hope we weave this in somewhere here because what's been happening over the last 2 to 3 weeks is incredible in Clearwater. It's just, there's devastation beyond imagination. There's people that, we're out here doing things, we're trying to help each other, and yet some people who claim to help are not out there helping. I stopped by the volunteer minister building, whatever that thing is. They're not there helping. They're not. So yes, your experiences were different than ours from my perspective.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to show you guys that. When Natalie came and Kelly Compton, I hope you're on the live, Kelly, and Liz Gale and all our friends came in town, we had so much fun. And we saw parts of Clearwater that you guys did not see and experience. When a second gen says to me, I was in Clearwater from X to X, I said, no, you were not.
You said this to me a lot.
You were in a freaking building.
Because I'll be like, even Jen will be like, I grew up in Clearwater. And you're like, no, you think you grew up in Clearwater.
Right.
You grew up in a cult that you thought was in Clearwater.
In a building that was in Clearwater under this unbelievable control and duress.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like it at all. And I'm glad that people are breaking out. And I drove up and down Fort Harrison today, and I saw any Sea Org or anybody there around the church, and I said, are you okay? Can you help? We're here to help.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And they basically all ignored me because, no, they don't need our help because they're just not about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's find another one. Because there's no way. Oh, is Reese here? I see people are talking to Reese. Where's Reese?
Hey, Reese, I got a coffee for you from Starbucks. Yeah.
Okay, a born ancient member for 7 months says we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that is very good. Yes.
I 100% support and respect you. Thank you for your honesty, humility, and all that you do. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. I was going to make a joke there, but
Yeah, so some of your jokes are okay. Were you able to share what happened earlier today when we were working? Did you get into that yet?
You mean the SEER members?
Yeah.
I like momentarily mentioned
Touched
it.
on it?
Oh, I see a question from Tobias. He says, Aaron, did they ever try to make you invest in Bob Duggan's business? So, well, the answer is no. But the longer answer is, Bob Duggan's business was a publicly traded company. So Scientology had nothing to gain by getting people to invest in a publicly traded company. Yeah. Oh, Granny G, have you heard from Sarasota Jerry? So I texted Jerry earlier this morning, and I did not hear back. But Cheryl was here earlier with her roommate Denise, and they've been in touch with Jerry. Jerry's been out there working and helping people in his neighborhood.
Good, because Jerry, Dustin, the whole Clearwater crew, we've all been affected.
That's right.
Pretty big by the hurricane. Yeah. And guys, I'll apologize for my appearance, but it has been 3 weeks with intermittent showers, not daily showers. When the Sea Org people showed up in front of Aaron's house, I think they smelled me and they ran away. It had nothing to do with Aaron. But you should have seen the look on Aaron's face when I saw them pull up. How fortuitous they had a flat tire in front of Aaron's house.
I said, it's Christmas. Christmas come early.
And they had to back up that Ford Flex and wait for the Dolphin to come and pick them up, the Dolphin van.
The Dolphin van.
It was just, you can't make this shit up. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I was texting with Streets today, and I sent him that video. I'm like, hey, you think you guys got some exciting shit going on in L.A.? Let me show you what's going on in front of my house.
Yeah. Well, and how cool are the L.A. protesters? They really stepped it up.
Yeah.
It's so good to see people doing the right thing for the right cause.
Totally.
Yep.
Totally.
Yeah. Wait till we get a couple clips off the videos I got down. Some people were live earlier. That's when I found out you were live.
Oh.
I went up to the volunteer ministry, and I tried to.
Wait. Were people live downtown today?
Yeah.
Wait, who's not live down there?
No, I was live.
Oh, okay.
I was live, but the volunteer ministry people were there. There was 4 of them up front. As soon as they saw me with the camera, they started to scatter. Well, you're here to help people, right? I knocked on the door. They locked the door. They wouldn't let me in. We need help here in our community. We're out with chainsaws. We're hauling stuff. We're helping elderly people that can't do it for themselves, and yet we got no help from them.
Yeah. I guess I'll give a message to the moderators. I'm seeing some comments being deleted. You guys don't have to worry about my feelings too much. People joking about us being gay, that's okay. People joking about how I look, that's okay.
Yeah.
If people come in like that's okay, guys.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
We're so past that shit.
Yeah.
Say what you want. Right? Calling me ugly does not make you pretty. That's all I'm saying.
Oh boy. Let's see. I saw Kai say something here. Let me find it.
I wish Kai was with us. We'd find a way to fit 3, and then it would be 3 men in a tub. Right. How about children's nursery rhymes? Are they not gay or what?
What?
Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub.
Oh, 3. Is that how that goes?
Yes.
What in the hell?
I have no idea.
What in the P. Diddy is going on there?
Someone tell us. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub.
Okay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If that's your jam, that's your jam.
Kind of like Miami. Oh, no, I don't want to start any rumors.
Oh, yeah. The rumors that Natalie's one of my new sister wives.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. If that's your jam, that's your jam.
If there's any sister wives out there, I'd love, please contact me.
George is accepting applications from
please.
sister wives.
Yeah.
Yes. Fuck, what was I just going to say? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny. Funny to me, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking children's rhymes.
Oh, I'm thinking of, for temporarily, making a new intro for my videos, which is just Cat Williams being like, sometimes P. Diddy want to party. And you got to tell him no. You got to tell him no. Just as the intro.
Just don't ever close your outro. Don't ever shut down.
I'll never change the outro.
And spending time with the girls down in Miami and having everybody talking to her is so cool.
Oh, my God. They loved it.
Yep.
They loved it. By the way, I put up a video on my community tab. Not a video, a photo on my community tab of me and my 3 daughters.
I saw that one.
and I said, can anyone guess which one of these lovely young ladies is the one that's plays the Walk and Wool songs at the end of my videos? The majority of the people did not get it right.
It's hard.
For those of you out there, it's my daughter who's right next to me in the pool is the one that sings that Walk and Wool song.
All three of your daughters are so beautiful. They have such great spirit, and they had so much fun with us.
They had so
and
much.
I've got 2 teenagers myself, as you know. You met my kids. Yeah. I just love the interaction with you, everybody, and I love the interaction when they're with Jenna, and of course they love their mother Heather, and I've spent time with all of them. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. And thank you to Abraham. Abraham doesn't get enough love from me on this channel.
What a great
I see him
time.
in my chat all the time. Abraham and Sandy are the creators of the Sins of Scientology podcast. And Abraham lives in Miami, and he hosted us over at his place.
He did.
A whole bunch of us.
Yep. A lot of food, a lot of drink.
A lot of food. We ordered 10 freaking gourmet pizzas. And Abraham is something special.
I want him to start shopping for me. Because I'm not a good shopper, but the man is impeccable with his taste and his wardrobe, his shoes.
Yes.
He's the man. Abraham, you're the man.
Well, the photo, one of the other, photos that I put in my community tab when we were in Miami, was of a dog that I thought was Abraham's, but apparently Abraham was dog sitting.
He was dog sitting that dog, yeah.
And I always get his name wrong. I want to call him Carl. What was his actual name?
I don't remember. It was too late in the evening.
And people thought that I had replaced Goliath. Oh. I was like, no, it's not my dog. It's not my dog. It's just one of the most beautiful dogs I've ever seen. And anyway, Abraham and Sandy have one of the best podcasts, Sins of Scientology, and they put a lot of work into it. And I keep telling Sandy, look, I set up, the SPTV studios behind the walls, and I've only sat down with you, and I've sat down with Kai, and then I just stopped doing anything. But I keep telling Sandy, I'm like, Sandy, you got to come over. We got to do a chat. Cheryl was over here today. I said, Cheryl, we got to do a chat over here. But I'm just so used to being able to sit down and do a live stream, and what you do, it's done and it's out, that the idea of sitting down and doing a multi-hour chat and then having to edit it, I know that I want to do it, but it's hard for me, on any single day to be like, that's what I'm going to do today.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Clearwater Cheryl is so awesome. She is so funny. She's got
hilarious.
that dry British humor.
She's hilarious.
Scottish, I'm not sure exactly, or one of
British.
those,
British.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
She's so awesome.
Yeah.
She's so awesome.
No, Cheryl's amazing. Okay, so Kai said, for those that are curious, and for the record, as I've said in the past, all of our families, Jenna, Heather, the girls, my wife, my son, George, and all other family, have met and get along lovely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Miss you, Kai. I know you've been busy, and the whole career thing. It's good.
Get in an Uber right now.
We'll be here. We're going live for 36 hours. We're going to try and beat, what's his name? We won't even say his name. We're going to beat that guy's record, 36 hours live.
Who's that?
The guy out in L.A., the one that Good's going after.
Oh, Zero Dark Tony.
Yeah. I got a bunch of meth in the kitchen.
What?
I'm cooking a bunch of meth.
You can't say that you can't.
I was kidding. It's a joke, okay? Right?
Did he do a 36-hour stream?
He did.
I didn't know that.
That's what I heard. So I don't watch him. I can't stand 3.6 seconds, let alone 36 hours.
Oh, my God.
But that could be just William Good baiting him as well. William, if you're watching, you're awesome, man. You were incredible.
William is the original. He is the rock star.
He's the OG.
Even if everyone else burns out and flames out, William will still be there doing his thing.
Yep. And I just hope Sandy McKenna's watching, because she's another one, an incredible person. She does so much for all of us and everybody.
She does. And I don't mind saying that Sandy is one of Jenna's most favorite people. I mean, you're a close second, George.
No, I'm okay being second to Sandy. I'm okay. If I start slipping any more than that, Jenna, I'll be pissed.
One of the things Jenna said to me early on, she goes, I just want you to know, it is my goal to make Sandy a better friend to me than you. she's like, I'm winning Sandy, and I'm winning Sandy. I don't think it's funny. Like, it's funny. And yeah, no. Every time Jenna comes to town, she goes to brunch with Sandy. She likes.
And I don't know if this is for publication, but Jenna's coming soon, isn't she?
Well, I guess it's for publication now. Thanks, George. No,
No,
I already said.
get 4 weeks.
No,
I'm
I
just
said.
saying,
I already told him Jenna's coming to town. This week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love it when Jenna comes.
Of course. Of course. Abraham says, being all shy and humble isn't going to get you the job.
But we're still trying. Abraham, can I come down next weekend? You just were such a great host.
We'll see. I don't know how many people watching know the car accident that we got into on the way to Miami.
Tell them.
Well, I mean, we don't have to rehash it right now, but my point is, at some point, we left the car in Miami to get fixed.
Right.
I got to go down there eventually. So, there's only 2 ways for me to go get that car. It's either fly down to Miami, pick up the car and drive back, or me and George drive down together. We spend a night hitting the town with Abraham.
Okay.
And then we drive back separately, but I didn't want to make you drive all the way back home separately.
I'll do that. Here's the thing. We'll take the Tesla. Oh, no, we can't. It's down there for repair.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Well, we'll take my Lamborghini, but I don't have one. All right.
Oh, my goodness. We are having fun.
It's early yet. Come on, Kai. Get in that Uber.
Get in that Uber. Bring Stephanie with you. Bring Kyla with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pool's clean. I can turn on the lights. We can jump in.
Yeah, roads are open, Sandy. You too. Come on over.
Ann says drive a rental. No. I cannot.
There's no rentals. Here's the thing, guys. 2 hurricanes, over 10,000 people totally displaced, lost vehicles. There's no rentals available in Florida.
Look, Kai says, whoa. Let the resident Cuban and Haitian go to Miami, bro. Okay, we all drive down.
Yes.
We all drive down. We hang out. We got to spend the night. We can't do what I did.
We're not doing.
We can't do what I did.
Drive. No.
Because I drove 5 hours down, hung out for 5 hours, drove 5 hours back.
No.
But we could all drive down, spend the night, maybe at the same hotel. Maybe we can't all crash at Abraham's.
No, we'll get a nice.
Unless Abraham gives us the green light.
We'll go on Star Island. We'll get an Airbnb on Star Island.
I've never. What is that?
That's where all the rich people are.
Is that where Diddy lives?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? His place is probably available. We can probably get Diddy's place.
Is Diddy's place up as a VRBO?
Or Gloria Estefan. 1 degree of separation. We'll reach out to Gloria.
Was Gloria Estefan? She's in Miami.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Constance says, if Aaron goes back to Miami, does he get to see Zach the puppy? It's Zach! Why do I always want to call that dog Carl? I think in a past life, Zach was a Carl.
Thank you, chat, for remembering what we can't.
Artology says, just take the helicopter.
Whoa.
We'll have Reese fly the helicopter that the foundation generally bought her. Okay.
All right. Well, we did buy her a helicopter. We also bought Kelly Copter a helicopter because that's how she got her name.
Kelly's got to come back to the States.
She does. Kelly, if you guys, Kelly Copter's so awesome online, and she's 10 times more awesome in person.
I don't know if Kelly has heard me make fun of her for this one thing. That day we went out on the boat, she covered herself in so much sunscreen that the sunscreen is still on the seat of the Tesla.
And on the seat of the rental boat. They kept my security deposit. That's okay, Kelly. It's all right.
Kelly, sometimes it's okay to get a little bit of sun.
Yeah. No, not when you're like that, though. She did the right thing, because she would have skin cancer the next day.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Oh my God, it's so funny.
Yeah. Hey, somebody call Kelly Copter, wake her up, because she's asleep in London right now. Just make sure she can wake up and watch this.
She's not. What are they? 5 or 6 hours ahead?
They're 6 hours ahead. So
9, 10, 11. Yeah, she's probably asleep.
Yeah, it's 2 in the morning. Although she could be out clubbing. Kelly, when you get back from the clubs, jump in.
We just got to go to London and hang out with Kelly. Do you know that when me and Heather and the girls went out to London back in, was it November? Me and Heather went out and met up with Kelly.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
Yeah.
This comes back to Clearwater. Kelly Copter spent time in Clearwater when she was younger.
Right.
But not the Clearwater that we showed her. Not the Clearwater we showed her. And she stood on Clearwater Beach to see the beauty of our area under someone like that had been here but didn't really see it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yes. Didn't we get close to the sandcastle on the boat that time?
We did. We went right up to it. I went by there. It's okay. It did not get washed away.
Is that when Liz flashed the sandcastle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good job, Liz Gale.
Oh, we're all a bunch of DB crime degenerates out here.
Oh, and I did go by Criminon, so we're going to be okay. If we do go to prison, we got Criminon
yeah.
to take care of us.
The copter. Kelly copter.
Yeah?
No. Someone just made a joke.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to bring this up even though it's from a person that I would probably otherwise block on this channel. Okay, the comment is, are you guys worried on behalf of the SPTV Foundation that one of the board members is being investigated on federal gun charges with an ex-felon? We accept all shapes, types, and sizes. We don't want you if you don't have a criminal record.
You know what? We all have our background. I mean, we all have things that we're not proud of. We all have things that we've worked past. We're here to do good.
Okay,
We're
so
here to do good.
what is this comment even talking about? Reese has slightly mentioned this on her channel, but she hasn't gone into all the details, so I won't either. But all of Reese's viewers know that she recently went through a divorce with her ex-husband, Jeff. As a couple, they owned, multiple weapons. I just don't, we can probably say multiple firearms.
Wow.
And, because it's probably fair to say that Reese and Jeff have a contentious relationship.
That would be a good term, yes.
Reese has done some things to make Jeff's life a little uncomfortable, and he is doing some things to make Reese's life a little uncomfortable. And one of those things is claiming that she took, aka stole, one of those guns that actually belonged to him and not her. And so he's just trying to make her life a little difficult right now. Here, squeeze in a little
Sure.
closer.
Yeah.
And so, anyhow, no.
We're getting gay again. Okay.
Oh, you can't make those jokes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And this is very serious. Okay.
It is. Okay, yeah.
We're very
We're talking about gun charges.
Very
We're talking about serious
serious.
felony charges.
Yes. So the answer to your question is no, I could not possibly care less. The SPTV Foundation is here to help people who are leaving Scientology. We are not here to be moral compasses of society. We are not here to try to set an example for how people who leave Scientology must conduct themselves in their personal lives.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck.
Right.
We don't give a fuck. Okay?
And Ron, I've talked about this before. I've had experience with 6 different boards.
Yo, yes.
Not one of them has been without this type of drama and bullshit. Not one.
Yes. And we're talking about respectable boards with respectable businessmen who aren't former cult members. We're talking about some of the biggest movers and shakers in the entire Tampa Bay.
Raising tens of millions of dollars for the right causes. Yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, the stories that George tells me about the shit that happened on the boards that he's been on, they put any of this former Scientology drama to fucking shame.
Yep.
Shame.
Yeah.
In fact, hearing some of George's stories is what makes me go, okay, so we're going to be okay.
We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And Reese, we got you. Second Amendment and us, we got you.
That's right. And, I told Reese today we should do a live stream. I'll dress up in my prison outfit. Because, like Reese was...
that's so insensitive. I cannot believe...
Well, no, it'll just be my prison outfit.
Okay.
It won't be Prison Danny.
Okay.
It won't be Prison Danny. And, Reese was... she was genuinely concerned that she was going to be arrested today. And I said, well, if you do, I will go live in my prison outfit. I said, I'll try to get some temporary tattoos. I'll try to get Reese, a temporary tattoo that says Reese on my forehead. I don't know.
Free Reese. You should be free Reese.
Free Reese. And
Reese, if you need bail money, it won't come from the foundation, but we'll raise it for you.
Sell the helicopter. You can keep the proceeds.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
I think we're going to be on for a long time tonight. I think we've got a lot of tangents to go off on.
The phone has a lot of battery life.
You know what? We should go downtown Clearwater.
No, I'm having too much fun right
Yeah,
here.
you're right.
There's nothing down there.
No, it's those little gems. But yeah, we'll go tomorrow. We'll find them. We'll go to volunteer ministers and see how they're doing for the community.
That's
been
right.
devastated by 2 hurricanes.
I have to put out a request / call to action to the community here. If anybody has a volunteer minister's T-shirt or more than one of them, or a hat or anything, and you're willing to send it to me, shoot me an email, growingupinscientology@gmail.com. Uh-oh, Donna Hannah says, what happened to my milestone chat? It disappeared. Uh-oh, I didn't see it. I've scrolled all the way up to the top to make sure I'm not missing any milestone chats or member chats or super chats. But we're also really behind on the chat. And it only lets us scroll back so far, guys.
Yeah.
That's the problem with doing it straight through YouTube and not through StreamYard.
Right.
You know. Michael Parijo says, can I come and meet you guys one day? I live in Largo. Oh,
Absolutely.
Get in an Uber right now, Michael. Come on over.
Don't tell them your address. We'll be inundated. Send it privately.
Michael says, it's funny to think about OTs without electricity. Can't they just generate power?
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, all the lights were on at the Superpower building.
They have their own.
I'm sure they do
power
have
plant.
their own. Yeah, they have their own power plant. Yeah. I don't know though. I saw a guy doing contact assist with one of the transformers.
My goodness. Oh my God. Someone sent me a voicemail. A local Scientologist forwarded me a voicemail that they received from Flag yesterday that said, that they were going to do Flag graduation tonight despite the hurricane. And I'll play you the voicemail later.
Well,
and it was like, we don't accept any stops. We overcome all barriers as Scientologists. We're doing Flag graduation. Can you imagine giving a shit about putting on Flag graduation while the city is still putting itself together?
You just came up with a great idea. We're going to bring a bunch of the people that have been displaced by the hurricane and bring them to the Fort Harrison.
That's right.
This is a humanitarian move on their part. Let all these people into your hotel.
There you go.
Yep.
Do you know what? On one of my live streams leading up to the hurricane, I said that Scientology letting Scientologists come to the Fort Harrison Hotel, and to ride out the hurricane is, oh shit, you're out of wine.
Well, no, I'm just taking a little break with a beer.
Oh, okay. That's going to give you the biggest hangover tomorrow.
I'm not going. This is my second of the night. I've been working all day.
But the people don't know. George,
That's okay.
George starts every day, and I'm not exaggerating, every day, with either a 20-mile bike ride or a 2-mile swim. Or is it sometimes both?
Yeah.
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 That's why this guy looks the way that he does.
Because there's nothing better than the beautiful Gulf of Mexico right now, the ocean, which is trashed from the hurricanes, and the fresh air.
Is the ocean all messed up even?
Oh yeah, still all kinds of stuff. But through COVID, vitamin D, fresh air.
Yeah.
My kids had COVID.
You never got COVID, did you?
Never got COVID.
Wow.
Everybody around me.
Yeah. This guy's a lean, mean fighting machine. Like I said, currently accepting applications from an undetermined number of sister wives.
Sister wives, yeah.
Sister wives.
And when I was in Aspen, Colorado for the rugby tournament, the women's team that won the tournament, they were sister wives. They were Mormons.
What?
So there's a female division, there's a male division for rugby.
Yeah.
And the team,
Are they called the sister wives?
They are called the sister wives.
You're kidding! You're kidding!
No.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. You could find some great highlights on YouTube as well, the sister wives. You know what? That's how we can talk about them, because they talk about themselves and have fun, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it is.
All right, people are talking about Zach in the chat. Is my lawyer friend Zach in the chat, or are they talking about Abraham's dog?
Oh my gosh. Lawyer friend Zach, now you've got a competitor.
That's right, we got 2 Zachs. Oh, no, Abraham's correcting the way to spell the dog's name.
Uh-oh.
Who's coming? Is Kai coming?
Kai's coming.
Kai's coming!
Kai's coming. Woo! If you think we're gay now, wait till Kai shows up,
you're not allowed
right?
to make those jokes.
I'm sorry. If you think we're friends now.
They say it's not gay if it's a 3-way, but in this case, it would be gay.
Okay.
No,
So
in
you
this
can't say that, though.
case, definitely gay. Okay, all right.
Did you show them the piles of rubble in front of your yard? Did you show them how hard you worked today to clean up your property?
I did not.
Okay. Just so they know. Listen, guys, all right, we're having a lot of fun. We're going to continue. But there's been a lot of hard work going into our recovery here in the Bay Area.
Yes. I mean, look, no one's been working harder helping their neighbors than Georgie over here. It's like, I don't know how you do it, man.
Well, and I got one of the best ones was the 84-year-old woman. Her husband had died recently. Her place was just trashed. 4 feet of water. And when we walked in, I mean, she just makes you feel good. Makes you feel good about what you do to help people. And that's what we're about, helping people.
You know, I heard the beach, the beach, kind of got spared.
Yeah. Well, the second round it did. The first round it displaced a lot of sand.
Yeah.
Some people have 2 or 3 feet of sand, not just water, but 2 or 3 feet of sand in their house.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And our good friend on the North Beach did well.
Yeah.
That storm surge was record. It was a record.
Yeah.
We sit here with record surge. Not you, sir. Never mind. I won't even go there. Because he's probably not watching.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you know.
Okay, Kai says, I know the manager at Fountain Blue. We're good. I'm also getting in the truck. Better keep the stream going. So Fountain Blue must be a hotel in Miami?
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
Oh, a famous hotel in Miami. See, you guys that grew up in Cult, you don't know that.
I
Fountain
don't even
Blue,
know that.
Jackie Gleason, my dad, people, that was Fountain Blue was one of those Miami Beach classics.
Is that like, is that where Jackie Gleason performed?
Yes. Yep.
He had like a residency or
And
whatever?
He had beautiful women around him. He had sister wives around him all the time.
Oh, Jackie Gleason.
Oh.
He was more of a slapstick, like...
Well, kind of slapstick, but he was just... He had always had beautiful women around him.
There you go.
I grew up watching Jackie Gleason show in my father's lap as an infant, as a child.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Super Stormy Day says, I'm bi and was strictly gay, lesbian for years. We make gay jokes all the time. It's good when there's no malice.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right. Hey.
Thank you. It's true. When there's no malice. That's what matters. Okay. All right. Donna Hanna, Ramones Girl 1. Aaron, you never answered my question. If you would pay for my Uber from Lake Havasu, Arizona. I need to know because I already ordered it. I need a glass of wine.
Tell us what the number is. I'll see if I can work it out.
Oh, let's see. Wow, I thought we were super behind the chat, but we're actually not.
Catching up?
I'll tell you what, guys. We got about 1,200 people watching now.
And we got about 40 more beers in the cooler.
That's right. If you're watching right now, do me a favor. Just hit that like button. Just hit that like button. Oh, Fancy Face says, I can be sister wives. Just don't expect me to take out my face jewelry. All right. Yeah.
Hey, you do you. That's all we say. Oh, speaking of you do you, Natalie, I hope you come around sometime. Are you here? Natalie, did you see the post she did with the Northern Lights?
Amazing.
Oh. And why was the Northern Lights not when we were there? We
Wait.
leave Florida. We go there for Tony's Celebration of Life.
Yeah.
And it was 90 degrees in Minnesota.
Something extra crazy must have been going on yesterday because almost within minutes, Natalie sent her pictures from Minnesota. My mom sent me pretty much the exact same pictures from Arkansas. And another friend sent me the exact same pictures from Colorado.
Wow.
I'm like, why is Florida being left out of the...
Yeah, we're too far south.
A little too far south?
Too far south, yeah.
I don't know.
We get hurricanes, they get the Northern Lights.
Yeah, we get hurricanes. They get the beautiful Northern Lights.
If the Northern Lights start spinning around like this, guys, look out.
Valerie Belote says, come to wine country, George. Sonoma County is the best.
Would love to. So she knows I like some red wine.
If you open a bottle, you want us to bring the bottle out?
We could too. We went to
When Kai's here, when Kai's
we
here.
might not recognize him.
You haven't seen him.
No.
You haven't seen him
I've
since...
not seen Kai.
For a few months.
Not since...
Yeah. There's only about half of him left.
5 OLBs, yeah.
It's only about half of him left.
Yep.
I see Amber's in the chat. I got to find Amber. Amber Vanass. There she is. Whose birthday is it this month? Mine is on Sunday.
We need to celebrate birthday months, absolutely. I got to celebrate birthday month with Natalie and Aaron. How fortuitous is that for me? We end up Miami Beach. I was out in Aspen, Colorado. These are good things. We have fun.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Donna Hanna says, why can't you make those jokes, Aaron? We're not whiny, hateful little bitches. We can handle it. It's true.
Yeah, man.
It's true. I got to tell you, though, how are we going to fit 3 people in here?
Well, I'll step out for Kai to come in.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of stick my head in every once in a while and laugh at you guys.
Abraham says, I'm having a party at the mansion that weekend. Come on down.
Ooh.
Well, what weekend is he talking about?
I'm not sure, but we're going. Right? Well, he took us down South Beach. That was the cool thing. When we that picture of your daughters on the Miami Beach.
That's right. And what we didn't get any video or photo evidence of is we actually went down to the water.
To the water.
In the pitch black and night.
Yeah.
And
you
we
went in.
We jumped in.
You guys did. Yeah. And for people, the iconic South Beach with all the hotels, the Art Deco stuff, that was the tour that Abraham took us on.
Yeah.
And when your daughters got on that sign, that is such a great photo.
So I'll tell you what, I think Artology is still in the chat. And that one,
Oh, you're pulling out the good shit now.
look at this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Artology, this one's for you.
Nice.
I saw someone ask, can you do, where'd she go? I saw it. Oh, good. Artology's definitely still there. I saw Dawn. Dawn asked, can you do StreamYard from your phone? You can do StreamYard from your phone, and the truth is, if I'd given a little bit more thought to it before I went live, I would have tried to set it up through StreamYard so that I could bring comments.
Which Dawn
so I
is
could
that? Is
start
that LA
comments.
Dawn?
Yeah. No. The one you met in, we all met in Miami.
Yeah. She was wonderful. Her and her daughter, just fantastic people. She spent 8 days on a boat.
Yeah. All right, let me get this label off. Sandy Fletcher says, we had the Southern Lights in Southwest Australia.
Nice.
Also, what are you smoking, Aaron? A Cuban, Nicaraguan? So, in the U.S., Cuban cigars are kind of...
They're banned.
They're kind of illegal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not illegal to have them. It's just illegal to...
Buy them.
Yeah. I got to be honest. The only reasons Cubans are popular is because they're scarce.
They can't see me. Not like you want to, but hey, okay.
Yeah, no, you got to get in. Guys, Cuban tobacco is not better than regular tobacco.
The mystique of a Cuban cigar?
It's like, come on. It's like, come on. There's nothing better than a $5 Tampa hand rolled, and I got one. I know I got one here. Oh, here it is. This is what we were smoking last night. $5.
Yeah. So
nothing.
To your
can't beat
point,
it.
my other buddy's a cigar connoisseur like you.
I'm not a cigar connoisseur.
Like you, and he takes he takes me to the cigar cave and he buys these $95 cigars.
Why?
Well, and then you buy me a $5 cigar.
Yeah.
And I could not taste one bit of a difference.
Tobacco's tobacco, guys. It's like you have you seen the exposés on the wine tasters, what are they called?
Yeah, the collectors.
Yeah,
the guy that scammed everybody.
They actually can't tell the difference.
Right.
They pretend they can.
Yeah. However, who's our friend from Sonoma? Yes, I want to take you up on that red wine out there.
Yeah, give me your email address. What email address do you give out publicly?
Well,
or do you?
I do.
Go ahead.
But we're still working on it because I got glitches in the back office. George at the SBT.
Don't give out the foundation address for your dating life.
Who said we're going to date? We're just communicating and soliciting donations for the foundation.
Do you have an email address that you give out publicly? You really don't?
No.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh.
No.
All right. Well, how? Do you have an Instagram? What? How can no one can't comment? Just comment.
No. Osa's been all over me so bad. I'm staying under the radar.
Yeah, under the radar. George is
under
the radar.
I showed up. They started closing the blinds before I got out of my car.
George over here is the William Good of Clearwater.
Yeah. I can't say enough about William Good. That guy is just so incredible. William Good, just keep it up.
Okay, fine. What's your foundation email address? George at the SPTVFoundation.org.
Right.
There you go.
And Jenna, if you're in the chat, please fix my back office so I can get the emails.
You just don't know your password.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is so funny. Oh my God, that is too funny.
Wait till Kai gets here.
Someone's asking, are we drinking whiskey perchance? Not tonight. Not tonight. We got plenty of it inside, but
we're trying to stay live for 36 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
But we did do tequila last night after all of the hurricane mitigation.
Who did?
Me and my neighbors. We had to clean up everybody in my neighborhood. Oh. That was last night.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I live in a great neighborhood where we all come together and we all helped each other out because a lot of people had major damage.
Oh shit, this is delicious. That's a little sweet. Moonage Daydream. I feel like the world would be a better place if everyone watched more Kill Tony podcast and lightened up, stopped whining and being offended about everything. Comedy and laughter brings people together.
Could not agree with her more.
It is amazing that the most popular, I mean, I guess JRE is the most popular podcast, but the most popular live podcast is Kill Tony. And it is nothing but highly offensive stand-up comedy.
I happened upon it one day, and my kids, my two teenagers, walked. They're both 18, as you know.
Yeah.
They walked in and go, "Are you watching Kill Tony?" I said, "Yeah." They go,
Yeah.
"All right."
Yes. And, this last Monday they had the Legion of Skanks on. And it was a really, really good episode.
The Legion of Skanks.
The Legion of
I'll have
Skanks
to
were
go
the
back and
guests.
watch it.
Yep. Big J. Okerson is their like head dude.
Yeah.
And I really feel...
Tommy Cruise, are you watching? I got your shirt on. David, are you there?
I don't know. It seems a little cliche, but the whole idea of comedy, of people coming together to laugh, a diverse group of people coming together to laugh at each other and laugh at people making funny jokes and not getting all butthurt about it is, I mean, that's no matter what kind of virtue signaling people take part in online, it's like that's what people just really enjoy doing in their actual lives. It's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just
we
fun.
gotta have fun.
Yeah.
Because life is not easy.
Yeah.
So let's have fun.
I see so many deleted chats. I guess the trolls are... Okay, so but that's an example. Like that's okay if you don't delete that. Do you agree? Jesus 2024. Like I don't care if that's in there. That's not offensive.
I can't read it. Where's it at?
It says Jesus 2024.
Okay. Yeah. Hey.
So just shout out to the mods.
John 3:17.
It's okay to leave stuff. I guess you know what? If I'm a mod and my job is to remove spam, that's obviously kind of spam.
Okay.
But it's not offensive.
Right.
You know what I mean?
When he starts talking about Xenu is God, then you can delete that one. No, leave that one in.
Oh, I see. Okay, it is just spam. I take it back. Someone is just spamming biblical stuff.
Okay.
Sorry, mods. Do your thing. You're doing a great job.
So who's modding tonight? Do we know?
Well, I've seen a whole bunch in the chat. So just because a mod's in the chat doesn't mean they're actually modding. Like Kai's probably driving.
Right.
I'm guessing John Shamwowski's getting it done out there, holding it down in the live chat. Let's see. Wow, is John the only mod out there right now? I mean, Kai's there, but he's probably driving.
He is driving because he just texted me. He's like a few minutes out.
All right. I didn't mean to call you out, John. You're doing
John,
a great job.
You're doing a great job.
You're doing a great job.
Right. Hey, Reese, are you there?
I know. I got to make Reese a moderator, actually. Holy shit, we're live for 100 minutes already.
We are, and we're just getting started. To quote De Niro or whoever it was.
Pacino.
Yeah, that guy. Cause, right. I don't like what that other guy. But yeah, Al Pacino. See, I'm Italian, so I had Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci. What did you think of what was the Scorsese Joe Pesci? What was the Scorsese directed movie that came out a few years ago, direct to Netflix? Oh, what was it? The Irishman. What did you think?
Never saw it.
What?
Would not waste my time.
I actually loved it.
Okay.
It got a lot of shit, but I loved it.
Okay. I'm not a big movie guy. I just think I get bored to death with some of the Hollywood.
For real?
Yeah.
After having been spoiled with like Netflix series and HBO series and Amazon Prime series where you can just watch seasons and seasons and seasons of story arc and character development, it's almost childish now to go and watch a 90-minute movie, a 2-hour movie, and see how they have to stuff an entire story arc into essentially one episode of a...
Right.
It's almost like, ew.
Right.
It's almost...
So let's come back to Tiger King, which was a big... The Tiger King.
Yeah.
So I binge watched like a lot of people during that time. The lady that had the...
Oh, the big cat lady.
Right.
What was her name?
Yeah, that lady.
Yeah.
Right. She was a hooker.
What?
That's how he met her. On Nebraska Avenue.
Was that in the show?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Can you grab me a cold one?
Sure can. Would you like me to open it
Wait,
for you?
that was in the show?
Yes. So they met when she was like 18 or 19 years old. I have some of this close. She was a prostitute on Nebraska Avenue in Tampa, and I saw her when she was a young teenager. And I'm like, yes. And I'm looking at her and I'm going, man, what is she doing out here? And then that's Carol Baskin.
Carol King? Oh, Baskin.
Carol Baskin.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
No. Saw her on the streets in Nebraska. He was driving and he picked her up. That's how he met her.
I don't remember that being in the
Yes.
show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, was that in the show? In the live chat, was that in the show?
Carol Baskin.
Or was that in some of the exposés that came out after the show?
Not sure which,
Yeah.
but I watched it all. So
She definitely fed her husband to those tigers, though, right?
I don't know definitely, but chances are.
Yeah. I mean, I am someone who is very easily convinced by a good documentary. Mm-hmm. She fed that dude to the tigers.
There's certainly no other evidence that he was anywhere else. So any of you Tiger King fans, yeah, Carol Baskin. We don't hear much about them now, but yeah, she was cute when she was 15 or 16 years old.
Oh, what? You can't say that! What?
I saw her on the streets in Nebraska Avenue in Tampa
Wait,
when I was going to work.
Not when she was 15.
Yes, she was like a very young teenager.
How would you know?
She sat on the bench not far from my house. I saw her every day.
You're kidding me.
There. No. Here's a fucking guy that's kidding you, man. Here's half of the guy. Right, you're in, man.
Tag me in. I'll have to get up and go.
You got to pass your mic off. You got to pass your mic off.
I will.
Careful, if you hit the wrong button,
Right,
it'll,
that's why I'm
turn it off.
Give your audience what they want.
Wow. Who's this guy, man? I don't even recognize you. So anyway, we'll come back to Carol Baskin's later.
I was listening to that on the way in. I was like, oh my God, I don't remember that on the show either, but I believe it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
OMG, baby.
So wait, hold on. It's funny because when you talk about Carol Baskin sitting at a bus stop, I think of baby reindeer camping outside that dude's house at the bus stop.
She was sitting there in the morning when I would go to work
Every day.
every day. And I looked at her and I said, she's such a cute young girl. Because that was the prostitute route. So we knew that's what they were doing there.
Yeah,
Really?
Nebraska's
What is
known
she
for
doing?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what
the
is
thing.
she doing there? And then she comes up on the show and the guy picked her up out there. Yeah.
So hold on. The only Nebraska I know is the one that crosses 19
No,
near
no.
Alderman.
No, he's talking down by like
Tampa.
Fowler, USF.
It's a totally different Nebraska?
Tampa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Just south of where the Big Cat Rescue ended up.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. There's the connection.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, and I mean, she like ended up with a rich guy who disappeared that may or may not have been eaten by a tiger.
Hey,
Had like
convinced.
planes, and I mean, like, you know,
There you go.
like,
High in the
so
house.
this is a thing, right? So it kind of makes sense. Maybe he was her sugar daddy, you
Beverage
know?
of choice.
I feel like when you, I feel like
what you got in there? Let me see.
it's only Yingling
Got
in
red wine
there.
and beer.
We've got some whiskey inside.
We got it all.
Of course, there's.
This over.
There you go. Yingling's in. I feel like if you get to the point where you're being asked if you fed your husband to the tigers, you've already lost.
I mean, she's not in jail though,
No.
so she won.
It's the perfect crime.
She won.
It's the perfect crime. Do you remember the movie Snatch with Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Do you remember was that the movie where like there was a mobster that fed people to his pig?
Yeah,
in
that
the
was
pig
Guy
farm?
Ritchie flick. Yeah.
For me, that was the first time I was introduced to the concept that like owning a pig farm, you could commit the perfect crime. Carol Baskin.
They'll eat
like,
anything.
the Carol Baskin's Tiger Preserve is the pig farm of Florida.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that we could ever put this on. This was the volunteer ministers when I was.
That's your video?
Oh my God, can you?
I mean, if you
imagine?
want to show it, you can show it. Is there anything interesting?
Oh yeah, the last clip. I kind of queued it up here. Give me a second. So you guys keep talking.
Okay, Old Fritz is saying, Aaron, can't you reposition the phone sideways and get you all in? I don't think you can do it midstream.
Yeah, once you're midstream, you're locked into either
Here,
portrait
squeeze
or,
a little closer
or
if you can.
landscape.
You can actually slide over. Yeah, there you go.
All right, we're good.
Oh yeah, two more
I ain't gonna catch
GAY
your
guys.
fingers.
I won't say
Oh, yeah.
We've been through many stories the last day or so.
42 says, gay Jesus loves you. Thank you, 42.
that.
Gay Jesus, Black Jesus, all the Jesuses out there. We love
That's
you too.
right. I like Surfer Jesus.
Surfer Jesus, pretty tight.
Washboard abs Jesus
Shaka bra.
is the most popular Jesus. Mischief Manager goes, Carol Baskin, pig farm, hold my beer. So you think you and Steph really want to come down to Miami?
Oh, she asks all the time. Like, half our family's down there, dude.
Amazing.
That was not a joke. Like,
Okay, good.
our family's like from Port St. Lucie to Boca to West Palm, Jupiter, like all the way down to Fort Lauderdale, Miami. I don't know if that's a good question to ask.
So you're Cuban, she's Haitian.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My dad's from Cuba. My mom is from Finland. So my wife is from Haiti. So our son is first gen for both of our families. So which is kind of cool, you know. But yeah, her family came over. Steph came here when she was 13. My parents came when they were very young. Yeah, my son is first generation for her family. And it's kind of cool, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a bunch of our family all the way from Port St. Lucie down into Miami. So anytime there is an excuse to ride across, we go. So
Port St. Lucie got hit hard the last couple days.
yeah, a lot of tornadoes. Her family was calling, like, you know, like, are you guys evacuating? You know, Pinellas County is going to get smashed, and you know, I was like, no, we're going to be okay. It's going south, and then all of a sudden you start seeing tornado warning, all the way, like, you know, south of the storm, happening from the center of the state down into the south state down towards Broward, and there in St. Lucie and Martin County there was a bunch of I think there was like 17 observed tornadoes, which is like wild for a hurricane.
Yeah.
Normally they say that when we have hurricanes and tornadoes form as a result of that storm, you don't really have to worry about them. They're like, you know, less than EF0. They don't even make the scale. But these were like EF1s, 2s, like dumpsters ending up on people's roofs. So they were, like real tornadoes. Ended up, you know, in supercells that formed south of the storm. So I'm kind of glad that we didn't go across the state because we thought about it for a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Glad we hunkered down. We boarded up the front of the house. Glad we did. You know, we have a 2-car garage, pulled both the expensive cars into the garage, and then, I guess they're all expensive, but my truck pulled it in front of the garage, and no damage to any of that. Garage door was good. My roof is still leaking in the spots it was leaking in a few months ago, but nothing major came in. We only lost power for maybe 10 hours, and it came back on. So, you know, we're pretty lucky there. We live right by where a lot of shelters are, so I think that my theory is that they keep the shelters, you know, up and running, and we operate on the same grid as like Palm Harbor Middle and Palm Harbor High School. We live right by them, so I think that's why we kept it.
Just 2 minutes of the volunteers walking up that would talk to me because they weren't told yet.
Oh, you actually had volunteer ministers come and talk to you.
Yes.
Oh,
So they
boy.
shut down. When they saw me.
Do you want me to play the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure how well they can hear the audio, but
Crank it up.
Let's see what
and
happens.
here I will put you on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
D&D.
And for you guys, so this is what we're living with for 3 weeks, is all this hurricane stuff.
All right, they may not be able to hear it, but we'll give it a shot.
Crank the volume
Oh,
up.
I see.
There you go. Throw her up.
We came looking for help, but they locked the door. Are you guys available to help out in some of our neighborhoods? We're out of power, we're out of water. What can you tell me? Good. I know they locked us out. So how do we register? What do we do? We need help in our neighborhoods. We have no power, no water.
Did you call the number?
What number is that? I don't know the number. I just showed up here. It says Volunteer Ministries. Yeah.
Yeah, they close early because it's Friday.
Oh, so you guys been out in communities working?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
And we have PR people that can answer all your questions.
Can you?
Yeah,
Can
what's
you?
your name?
Yeah, my name is George. And where can I get the PR person?
Call up this side.
And here she comes. She can let you in. How do we get help from you guys? Can you talk to me? Are you the PR person? Oh, you come. Okay. Oh yeah, we don't want. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for all your help, guys. Go hide in the back with the rest of them. Right. What's that called? Where you usher somebody by the arm? Damn.
Oh, body wrap.
I don't know what to do here. Just trying to get help for our communities. Really? We just had 2 hurricanes. You have power. No, you have electrical power, not super power. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to do.
There you go. Wow, you really
Unreal.
got down there. You did it.
Unreal.
Stop for now. And the AA rounds, because I know he's live.
They're not here to help.
No.
No
I
surprise
mean,
to us.
Way to Happiness pamphlet, brush your teeth. I didn't before I came. Sorry. But that's probably all you're going to get from them, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I got to ask. The audience wants to know, why did you shave the beard?
I don't know. I felt like, well, I guess if I'm being honest, when I was like starting to lose the weight, I was like, how much weight did I lose in my face? So I couldn't tell with the beard because my beard was fucking huge. So
It was. It was
Yeah.
a good beard.
so I took it down, and I'll probably let it grow back though.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I'm afraid. Well, I was gonna say I'm afraid to shave my beard, but it's not like I have that much beard.
No, I was checking on the double chin status. It's kind of it's receded a little bit.
Oh, you
so
only have
you
two
know,
chins.
there's only two. There's not three anymore. But you can't tell if you leave the beard. So I had to go. Had to go. So. And now I can see how many grays are really coming in too. When it's long, you can't really tell.
Yeah.
And now when it's short, I can kind of see like, wow, the salt and pepper is really has arrived. So.
Welcome to the club.
Hey, you know what? That's a thing. That's the thing on the Cuban side, though. They all my family went like salt and pepper by the age of like 30, but ain't nobody losing their hair. So
Wow.
we're lucky. We're lucky there. Yeah.
They say that they say that the bald gene.
So yeah, mother's
transfers from
recessive
the
gene.
mother's father.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Right.
Both sides, they all have full heads of hair into 90s, 100. So I got lucky.
Yeah.
But it's gonna go salt and pepper. So my brother did much earlier than me. He's 2.5 years younger than I am, and he like went full gray like by the time he was 28.
Really?
Yeah, well, not full gray, but a lot. Skipped gray, went straight to silver and white. Mine I can see it in my beard a little bit, but I'm still pretty got the pigment left.
Wow.
Yeah.
So someone in the chat was like, so wait, Finnish and Haitian. You're not Finnish and Haitian, but Kylo,
Yes, Kylo would be Finnish, Cuban, and Haitian.
what percentage?
So I'm 50-50.
Oh.
Yeah. And so that would make Kylo's, I guess, 50, 25, 25.
Wow.
His mom is full Haitian.
Yeah.
And I'm half Finnish, half Cuban. So
Aaron,
Yeah.
someone was asking me if you could start StreamYard so that you guys can be together.
Only if we restart the stream, which,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, cool.
I mean, if we end the stream, I'd rather just like jump in the pool or something,
With all the algae?
Oh, no, it's all cleaned up.
yeah, it's kind of cool. My mom is like full on Scandinavian, blonde hair, blue eye, taller than my dad. Like she's 5'10". My dad's like 5'6".
Is that right?
Yeah, and I somehow ended up around 6 foot, 6'1" with shoes, something like that. But yeah, it's a interesting combo,
ML says you guys are like the real house husbands of Scientology.
Yeah, we just might be,
I'm still looking for sister wives. I'm the only single guy here.
It's
True. That's true. Hey, I know some Haitians that are trying to come to the U.S.
Oh boy.
That we could get your sponsorship comes pretty easy these days.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, you see my wife. My wife's pretty hot.
She's
so.
absolutely gorgeous. Stephanie is
Yeah.
she's
You
gorgeous
know.
and wonderful and beautiful.
Yeah, I got pretty lucky.
Mm.
Yeah. No, it's
Lots of
of
love
folks
for
coming
George in
over.
the chat. Well,
we'll say pretty easy drive over tonight. I think I might have been the only car on the road.
really.
Yeah.
Hey, so I saw the police cars driving around these days, or the last couple of days. There's been some new directive put out. I actually saw a post from the city of Clearwater that the cruisers are now driving around with, I don't know what the word is. Cruisers normally drive around with their lights off.
Right.
They're red and whites, they're red and blues off. And I don't know if it's just for the storm, the aftermath of the storm, or if it's a new policy, but all the cruisers are driving around with lights on solid. Have you noticed it as you drove down here?
Solid, on constantly.
No, like meaning not flashing,
Right, but
but just solid.
Night of the storm, when I was gonna ride over here, Yes, the cops that I saw had had them on solid,
Hmm.
and I decided to go home.
There may be some people who find them for help.
That's probably it.
That's a good point.
That does make sense. To give notice that they're there for assistance.
Yeah.
I did not need assistance, so I went home that night. But
So what I've noticed, and it's a little weird, is almost all the residential electric here is on, but the commercial, no. I was driving up and down
Yeah.
Gulf to Bay last night. I couldn't
Lights are
believe
out.
the stretches of Gulf to Bay that were pitch black,
Yeah.
including the stoplights, which just this afternoon
Yeah.
got restored.
Traffic lights were pretty much all out yesterday on US 19 south of Curlew Road. There was basically no traffic lights till Largo. Today, most of those are on. I took Belcher CR1 down, and most of those were on. There were a couple that were not. But the areas where they're not on, it's very dark.
Yeah.
So
I keep going by the Kentucky Fried Chicken to see when they open up because I've just been jonesing for some.
Did they have wings? at
you on that
Publix?
famous
Wing
bowl,
Nuts
baby.
Others?
They still don't have wings at Publix, but they did have fried chicken.
have you been to Cane's yet? You haven't hit the Cane's yet? You haven't got that iced tea chicken?
Are they open?
Oh, I don't know if they're open now, but they've
Well, that's
been
what
there
I
a
mean.
couple months.
But that's what I mean.
That chicken's fire. Man, we had to make a special visit there a few weeks ago. It was very good.
That was one of my son's first jobs.
Yeah?
Working at
Alvin
Cane's?
Bird,
Hey.
Steve. Yep, all they do is chicken.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, just a northern girl is asking, did George happen to see how the sand castle fared?
Yes.
I went down there last night.
And I went tonight. It's
No,
fine.
it's totally fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And I
Big
couldn't.
storm surge did not get them last round.
Mm-hmm.
This time it was not.
Yeah.
I noticed that the concert venue down there totally fine.
Yes.
Tropicana, no roof.
Correct. Tropicana, no roof.
Our
and
ballpark
the
is
amphitheater in
done.
Tampa, goddamn.
How did
Yeah.
Tampa get hit more than
It all
Clearwater?
depends on the swirl.
Yeah,
of the
just
storm.
the outer rings of the storm. And
Yeah.
like Tropicana basically imploded. Like the ballpark with the retractable roof, for those that are listening, like the roof went in to the ballpark. Stands looked all fine, but most of it was inside of the park. And I know for anybody who's like big, following YouTubers in our area, like Cletus McFarland and Boosted Boys that are like in the car community, the tracks down in Bradenton, like grandstands were in the track. I think most of their shops were okay.
Did Cletus get nailed?
Cletus got
He's got that airport down there.
I think he was mostly all right. He did a couple videos. I know he did some rescue efforts up in North Carolina with his new helicopter and whatnot. I believe his home and hangar were okay. He did a flyover of some of the airports down that way, and I think I saw some overturned planes and whatnot, and some of the grandstands for the drag strip were in the track. But I think his shop and track were okay. Boosted Boys Kyle, their shop I think fared well, but they had a lot of down trees and stuff. They were out helping neighbors chainsaw those up today. So
Wow.
for the local YouTube fans.
You gotta lean in. See, look there. You got it.
No.
There you
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
Well, we can see it down here.
yeah,
I think Tampa International opened up today, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So TIA should be all right. Sarasota Airport, probably not yet.
A lot of people in the
So-
chat fans of Cletus.
Yeah. Cletus, I've been a big fan of his for a long time.
I really admire what he's been able to do.
Oh my God! I mean, he came from editing 1320 videos, and I remember being like out in that street racing culture back then. That's one of the things that like I haven't had a chance to get to in my my channel. It's all like the cars and stuff that I've had, and being a part of that culture. I mean, I've had Hellcats, M3s, M4s, McLarens, all types of cool cars over the last probably 6-7 years, and been in a few 1320 videos. And for a long time, he was like editing those while he was in law school, and left law school to do YouTube.
Cletus did?
Yeah, that's how it started. He was like it was like a parody video that he posted through 1320. And
Was
decided to
1320 a
start-
channel?
Yeah, 1320 is the amount of feet in a quarter strip, drag strip. So that was like it's a huge channel, and he was doing their social media management and video editing for that channel. Did a video as Cletus, because his real name is Garrett, as Cletus McFarland, and ended up growing into the channel that he has now. And he is one of my favorite YouTubers. Really cares about his audience, cares about his guys, make sure they all make the money to do the things they want to do in their life outside of YouTube, and it's something that's really cool. That he's only a couple hours south of us, so big fan of that drag strip. Before that drag strip got rebuilt, we had Sunshine Speedway here in Pinellas for a long time. That was just an 1/8 mile that a lot of folks used to go to. That one has been closed for a while, but Bradenton Motor Speedway and his track are pretty cool. So whenever they do those events, it's a lot of fun to go to. I think they just had FL2K. Pretty sure it just happened. So they do a lot of events there. So.
I did not know that Cletus wasn't his real name.
Yeah, no, Garrett Mitchell is his name. Yeah, his real name's Garrett.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a little bit younger than we are. I'm a little younger than you. He's a little younger than me.
How old is he?
I want to say he's 30.
He's that young?
32, maybe at maximum.
My God.
Yeah, and I'll be 36 in a couple weeks.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Damn, I'm an old man.
Yeah, Steph was 37 2 days ago. So
Wow.
She's a year old. She's a year and 2 weeks older than I am.
All right, we got to do a birthday thing for Steph.
I
this
know.
weekend.
She was like so upset. Like she was sick with like RSV and a hurricane, stuck at home, and I'm over here hanging out, chilling. I remember when I left your house, I was like, yeah, it's Stephanie's birthday. He's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm like, well, she said go.
It was a hurricane day.
It was a hurricane day.
Doesn't
You get a
count.
pass. You get a pass. I'm unemployed. What do you want me to do?
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I mean, honestly, like, when I see what Cletus has been able to do with that channel,
Oh my God, dude!
I
He's
kinda
got
go
3
down-
million subscribers.
it's the dream, though.
Right,
Like,
it is.
Find something you love doing,
And you-
figure out how to make money doing it.
you put
never
on
work a
all
day
your
doing it.
boys. Yeah. And you put on all your boys, all your family. Everybody becomes part of it. I mean, what a dream it is. I know like one of my side projects that I'm doing now is I just remodeled my garage at my house for like auto detailing. Because that's something I do for myself anyways. And I figured, well, if I'm going to kind of pretend like I'm retired for a little bit, I'll do high-end details for the time being, see
Yeah.
what happens. Ceramic coatings, that kind of stuff. And even just to make the content. You know how much ASMR content and just regular content you can make with that. And it just kind of reminded me, I was talking to my wife about it, I was like, this is like when I started, in New Hampshire watching the anti-Scientology and these kind of movements. I was like, hey, that Aaron guy, I'm gonna be friends with that dude when we move back down to Florida. Dude, I'm gonna meet all these people again. I just feel like it's just gonna happen,
Yeah.
I'll be meeting Cletus and all of them, in the next few years. And
See, I would be a little
become part of
starstruck
it.
if I met Cletus.
Yeah.
Here's what's crazy to me. I was already a fan of his channel when he was just doing the car stuff.
Right.
And then I was like, you're a fucking pilot too?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm in
then-
that community too.
That's right. That's right. Because Kai's a pilot. And I was like, what's the common thread there? Is it engines? Is it once you understand engines, everything that runs on an engine is just like easy? Like what's the thread there?
I mean, now he's
Like,
put out the videos, and I would say the same thing. Like he didn't do any content on his road to aviation. It's pretty serious. Like passing the test and putting in the hours, and that's not like he didn't do really any content on that until he was already there. And I will say that like you could probably fly a plane fairly, not easily, but like you're not getting behind the stick of a helicopter. Like you're not getting it off the ground. Like so, like he can drive anything. I mean, drag strip cars that are 6 second, 7 second, 8 second cars, which like a regular person, even if they've had a fast car, is not capable of doing.
Really?
He can do that. Yeah, no, it's not that. It's not easy. I mean, I've had cars that would be 10, 9-second cars. I wouldn't want to get behind.
Is
a
that
car
a 10-second quarter or a 10-second mile?
Yeah, 10
Oh,
He
of course,
has
not
like
10
6,
miles.
7-second quarter-mile cars, like parachute cars. Like you're pulling a parachute to slow down.
Right.
And he can do that and fly a plane and fly a helicopter. He can fly Blackhawks and MD-20s. I mean, like a whole bunch of stuff. Like
Cletus can fly a helicopter too?
Yeah, he started with helicopters. I started with airplanes.
I'm so
I
jealous.
could, fly light sport craft.
I'm
Like,
so jealous.
I
And to
can't
be
do
able
it.
to take something like that and be able to do videos about it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like I said, and for me the biggest thing was like I always imagined that one day
A little more.
when I was doing the IT thing, when I first started and I started making kind of a lot of money, I wanted to bring all my boys with me. Like, yo, you guys can pass these tests. You can go get these jobs. They're going to hire you. You're going to make tons of money. And the few of them that did, and they were, grateful for the time that they were, and some of them didn't. But I feel like, the same thing applies with the YouTube. Like, you brought everybody who you can along on the YouTube journey that you can. And I mean, if you enjoy doing it, the money is there. Like, whatever you want to do, it's there.
Yeah.
As long as the people can, come along and appreciate it. That, for me, was always my biggest dream, and what I've seen Cletus do. And the people in that same genre, it has just been, mind-blowing to me. Like, to take everybody with you. When I, like I said, first started, when I have a few CCIEs, and it's like not like a flex, but like I made a lot of money every time I got a certification. I paid for everything every time we went out, and I was like, you guys have to do this. Like, why aren't you guys doing this? Why are you still working at the mall? Why are you still working at Apple? Why are you doing this? Like,
Right.
You're gonna work the same amount of hours and make way more money. Same thing like what you've talked about with the YouTube. Like, you're gonna leave the cult. You have these stories. You have a personality.
Yeah.
There's no cost to doing this. Pull out your cell phone and start, you know.
Anybody can do this.
Anybody can do this. And I feel the same way about the IT stuff. I might have had to study less than some of the guys that had to pass the tests. They're not easy, but you can do it.
Yeah.
And you can buy a book for $100, and you don't have to go to the college to get it. I mean, I have college degrees, but those came before I started passing the tests. And my dream was always like I'd have some type of YouTube channel or some type of business or whatever it may have been that I could bring everybody along with me. And along the way, when I was working through, distribution, VARs, value-added resellers, or brands, actual vendors, I did bring a few people with me along each step of the way. And, it was life-changing for all of us. I never started my own company because it's a lot harder with that. You need to have millions and millions of dollars. But if you already work for someone who does, and you can bring someone along and they can make $200,000 a year, that's a life-changing amount of money, And like I said, I think anybody can do it. And like you said, seeing Cletus do it, coming from being just a regular dude, and he really does seem like a regular guy. I just really admire it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, what you're talking about is important, and just to bring things a little full circle, it's like when I did a video 5 or 6 weeks ago saying it was essentially advice. I was talking for myself of that I was not going to keep platforming people that use their platforms to primarily attack former Scientologists.
I watched.
It wasn't like some moral position.
No.
It was, guys, we're trying to do something that appeals to as many people as possible.
That's right. There is a business aspect to this,
Well, and what people in the world find valuable about what we have to bring to the table is educating people on the many ways in which Scientology is a family-destroying human trafficking cult.
That's right. That's the root.
They don't give a shit about how much we don't like each other.
No, the drama is short-lived. It is a short-term motivator for someone to watch the content. They're not going to stay invested for the long term.
Yeah.
So it might be a little pop in views here or there, but it is not the long-term vision that I would think I'd want to have in my channel. That's why I stopped participating for a while, or at least one of the reasons. I had other stuff going on. Obviously, that wasn't my bread and butter. I can see where people may have felt like their bread and butter was affected by some of that kind of content, but it's just really not. Like the long-term vision, you have to think about that. We all have families, and we all have, bills to pay, and you have an audience that you want to grow and keep. And I, started to feel like that wasn't the audience for me. And when I watched your video on it, like I've always felt like the content that you've put out has never been, it's always been in response to, and at the very last minute, like, finally it'll boil to the point where it's like, all right, you got to comment, and that's the way I've seen it. It's never been part of your, main book of business to be your drama related. Yeah. And that's, like I said, for me, I put it in the comments before, is my point of view as a person on the ground who's met everybody, whose families have all been together. All the bullshit is just bullshit. Yeah. And it's just not, it's not my speed.
Hit me with a cold one?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that George's?
I mean,
it's getting fucking warm. Yeah, it's mine now.
It could be yours now. I don't know how many tosses and turns I put there in the.
No. I mean, it's important. It's important. It's important. It's important. Like, especially one of my favorite subsections of my audience is under the radar Scientologists. And there's a lot of under the radar Scientologists who just really love hearing us call out all these sons of
Yeah,
bitches.
think they want to leave drama to find drama?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
Exactly.
You know, and my hope was always that like I'd have at least a little bit of content on my page that would give a little bit of hope to someone leaving who is wondering how they were going to find their way and make a living afterwards to be in the IT world. And now, obviously,
Yeah.
I know I talked about some of the layoffs and stuff, but there's still so many jobs out there. And the subtle flex I'll give is the amount of money that I've made in the last 15 years working is I'm not that worried that I've lost my job.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that could have happened if I had only been working for a couple of years and I was smart about it. So that's, you know, something that I think is still important. And like you said, you know, people who are leaving and thinking about leaving, they want to see that there's a community out there that is against what they're trying to leave, and that there are, you know, there's a built-in community for them to integrate into. You know.
That's right. That's right. And if I'm an under the radar Scientologist, and I see all the former Scientologists on YouTube can't get out of their own way and keep throwing. Just putting up. It's one thing not to like someone.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's another thing to be like, what I'm going to do today is put a video out there in the world all about how I don't like someone. Who the fuck is that for?
I don't have time for that.
Who is that video for?
No, it's not for me. I'm not watching.
And for the record, I've never done a video about how much I don't like anyone who I have had any sort of a falling out with over the last year.
No.
The only thing I've ever discussed in my video was trying to correct the record on things that have been said about things that have occurred.
Like I said, at the very last minute, the 5-yard line was like,
Exactly.
I'm going to have to say something just because it's getting
Exactly.
out of hand. And that's the way I've always viewed it,
Yeah.
you know, and how I honestly feel about it. Not just
Yeah.
because we're friends and we hang out, but because I honestly think about it that way. So,
Yeah,
you know.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Sir Crapitus, thank you for donating the channel memberships. Very kind. Doesn't matter to you, not to me. Thank you for donating the channel memberships. That's amazing. I
Jeez, I
appreciate
forget
it.
that there's even a chat here going.
I know, right?
I forgot the last time we were talking. I was like, man, I'm telling all these whack stories. What are these people even saying?
Dude, those stories were
I had
hilarious.
to watch it back, and I was like, oh my God, what did I share? You know, what's his audience going to think of that? Hey, well, he was asking the questions.
I didn't even go back and put in timestamps on that thing. It was
I don't
so
know
funny.
I don't know that you could.
It was so funny.
You know?
By the
Oh,
time,
my
you know, the
God.
first hour that we did that stream, we got 30,000 views in the first hour. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of people watching. And my wife was in there too, and I got home, and she was like, I can't believe you told all those stories. And I was like, yeah, but it was funny, right? And she's like, well, kind of, you know. She's like, you came home.
Someone in the chat is asking about you and your channel. How did I just lose that? Someone said, who's the man on the screen and what's his channel?
Spit Clearwater is my channel. SPIT is supposed to be Suppressive Person Information Technology Clearwater. So Spit Clearwater is my channel. I'll have a couple more popping up soon. So keep a lookout for them. I've been taking content of a lot of my vehicles and you know, that kind of stuff for a while that I've been aggregating and will release at once. So you'll be seeing that pretty soon. And putting together a few of like my Civic Type R that I just got for my truck. I had an M4 McLaren, a Hellcat, a Scat Pack. So any of those, like a bunch of cool cars that there's content of that has not been released that'll be coming out on another channel. So it's going to be a HPS detailing. So keep an eye out for that.
That is awesome. Donna Hanna is still saying, Kai's a pilot. Good, he can come and get me. I love night swimming. Lake Havasu is actually one of the most beautiful areas. Is that Arizona? Or is that, where's Lake,
I think it's Arizona, but I'm not sure.
yeah, it's like a huge resort, beautiful lake, though. The resorts around that lake, I've heard amazing things about, but I've never been there.
Let's see, anything interesting? One of the best chats because people are just chill and they have the common sense.
Yeah, I'm going to develop an Arizona. Is that what we said?
We did.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I'm going to develop an actual cigar problem if we keep doing live streams like this.
I know,
but
right?
it's so much fun.
Yeah.
This is so much fun, you know? All right, well, I'll tell you what. We've been going for over 2 hours, guys.
We have 34 more hours to go to beat.
Oh my God.
Only 34 more
Only
hours to
34
go.
more hours to beat ZDT.
All right, well, I say, how about we call it a wrap on this, and we'll see where the night takes us.
There you go.
Guys, this has been a blast. Thank you for hanging out with us. And George, your channel, Surrounded
slide
by.
in.
Here we go. Here we go. What do you got?
Surrounded by Scientology, which I was tonight when I went downtown.
That's right.
Surrounded by Scientology. You can find George. Your handle is at SPIT Clearwater on
That's
YouTube, right?
That's right.
Okay, good. You can find Kai there.
The OG SBTV boys,
Hell yeah!
all grown up, post-hurricane survivors.
That's the last time they saw you. They didn't know if we were gonna, you know, still be alive.
Well,
but
what did he say? Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 guys in a
three
tub?
men in a tub. All right, guys.
Wait, say that.
3 men in the pool.
Rub it up down.
3 men in the hot tub.
Oh, God.
All right, guys. Have a great night.